Have you ever thought about trying to go ahead and stream or record your video game footage and upload it to YouTube or Twitch or Rumble or any other channel, but you don't think that you've got the right equipment to do so? Well, what if I told you you could do it with the equipment you probably already have, and it's free? That's right. So what I'm going to show you is basically how you can use an iPad or an Android tablet along with your Android smartphone to capture footage and upload it or stream it to different platforms. Now, there is one minor thing that you are going to need, and that is going to be a capture device of some type. Realistically, probably the two easiest ones to use would be something like the Genki Shadowcast. Now, this is the original. They just uploaded a new Kickstarter for a new one that you can go ahead and utilize. And there's one other one that I recommend too. This is the other option. You have the AverMedia Extra Go. And what's nice about this is it's really small and compact. It just has a fold down set of prongs here that you can plug into an electrical outlet. But you can have an HDMI output from here, as long as you also then have a USB-C input going into this from your Nintendo Switch. The beautiful thing, this is a dock, a capture device, and a power supply all in one. Now, this is more expensive than what the Shadowcast is going to be, but this is also more robust as far as what it can do. We're not using anything special for an iPad. This is just an iPad 11, and I have a keyboard case here that I utilize so that it stands up and I don't have to hold it, in addition to doing whatever I'm going to do with the Joy-Cons with the Switch and whatnot. And then basically this is the app right here, the Camo Studio. Let's show it to you in the App Store. Camo Studio, stream and record. We're going to just dive into this real quick and stream and record from anywhere. Share your console gaming moments. It's got great ratings and everything. The one thing, and I'm going to show you in a second, is this is more of an issue with the iPads, is the fact that you can't record more than one audio source. At least I can't figure it out at this time. You can also go ahead, there's the Camo Camera webcam for Mac or PC that you can utilize too. Here, let's just dive into it. So we're going to open. And hi there. I don't have the Shadowcast attached quite yet. So we're going to set it to record into our photo library, and then we can stream to our channel if we want to. We can also go ahead and select a broadcast. If I have something already ready to rock and roll, I can set up a new broadcast if I would like. I can set my recording limitations or settings here. So this is, right now, would be recording 1080p, 16:9, 30 frames per second. This is an iPad 11 A16, so it's not the most powerful, but it's actually got some power behind it. So for me, recording at 1080p, 30 FPS, just fine. I can also stream, like I mentioned, at 1080p, 60 FPS, 4K, 30 FPS, or if I wanted to do shorts, I can do that 1080p, full HD, 4:3, 1080p, 30 FPS, 16:9, full HD. And I can manage my profiles as well. Under here in general, I can do my system settings, light or dark, streaming. That's where I can add sources. Let's go here. So I can add YouTube, Twitch, a custom one, or Trovo. I think under custom is where I'd be able to set up like Rumble, for example. Photo library is where it is setting it to record. Personalizing, I can enter my name in here. Social handles as well. I can create different profiles if I want to. It does tie into a Steam Deck, and then I can also tie it into my smartphones if I want to use them as external cameras. And then there is the About section too. The other thing you can do, I'm going to fire up my S25 Ultra here. And here, video type camera and device, my S24 Ultra. And there you can see a close-up of Scooter Gannett. Jeanette, I don't remember how Scooter pronounced his last name. Video, we're going to go to the camera here, select device, front camera ultra wide. There we go. So that's iPad, and then this is my phone. And the reason why I wanted to do that is so I can do this. And hey, now you get two of me. But that's where you can actually use like your cell phone as a webcam while you're theoretically utilizing the Shadowcast here as. So you can normal, remove, portrait, privacy, or replace. We're going to just do normal. Hey, there you see the mess behind me. But there's the Shadowcast. Yeah, I don't like that. We're gonna hide that. There we go. But even here you can see the difference in quality between the iPad front camera and my Samsung S25 or S24 back camera. Also within here you can select your audio sources. This is where I'm saying is you can select either the iPad mic or the USB mic, or it would also save for the Shadowcast as well. So I can either utilize the mic built into the iPad, or I can capture game audio. You can kind of guess which I would rather have. You can select multiple layers here too to see how I wanted that to go. And then performance, or no, that's for the chat, where I can add chat, or I can remove that tab if I wanted to, or I can also have custom in there as well. There's also a little like tip sort of thing down here where to walk you through how to do different sorts of things if you want. And if you can't tell, because I'm not touching the screen, I actually have a mouse here that I'm using that I've paired to my iPad. It just makes everything so much easier. And we're going to go back to recording 1080p. Yeah, that's fine. And, you know, it'll walk you through here too, like just some things about Camo Studio and whatnot. For a free piece of software, it is not bad. It's not perfect, but it is not bad at all. Let's show you what some gameplay looks like. Okay, so we've got everything initially configured here, and one of the things that is interesting is here I'm looking at my Galaxy S24 Ultra. You can tie that into Camo Studio to use your phone as a secondary webcam if you want. Also utilize the webcam into the iPad if you would like to. So unfortunately, I kind of have to do this piecemeal here where I'm recording my audio on my phone and recording the game audio on my iPad. Even though they show that you can go ahead and hook up an external microphone to the iPad or to your phone and have it come into Camo using the iPad, I can't get that to work. Now, everything I've seen them demonstrate on that, it was an iPhone to an iPad, so that may be the difference. I don't know, but we're going to dive in to some Super Mario Galaxy here. Now, the way I did this previously was I actually went ahead and I had my audio going out on the stream, but I had the audio from the game basically coming through. How did I do that? Basically, the microphone was picking up the music. Oh, I had it also going to a television. That's what it was. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take number 1. Now, one thing I have noticed too, if you notice any like clipping or audio issues or things like that, turn the volume down in the settings. That'll definitely make a huge difference for you. We're going to go to the Honey Hive Galaxy. Now, at least on my end, it looks good. We are capturing at 60 frames per second here through the iPad as well. Welcome to the Honey Hive Kingdom. Our queen rules this land. Okay. While not as intuitive, I think, as using the Wii remotes or Joy-Cons in this instance, I think using the Pro Controller to have kind of that motion is not bad. It's definitely intuitive, I'll say that much for it. There we go. I love B Mario. At least what I'm seeing here, I'm not seeing any issues. Let's go ahead. We're going to play something else. We'll load our suspend point on Tecmo Bowl. And there you can see a little bit of lag where I hit the button, and it definitely was not where it should be coming through the system here. Call that play pretty well. I think they're going to do it again. Nope, but we got an interception. Mike Singletary with the pick. Let's see if we can actually score on Seattle, unlike my Milwaukee Brewers. Unfortunately, won't have the opportunity, I don't think, to score on Seattle because I think that they're going to get swept by the Dodgers. First down, so that works great. We're going to overwrite our existing suspend point there. What about Super NES? You know, Bubsy just came out on the Super NES. Let's take a look at how Bubsy looks real quick. Now, I did talk to the company behind Camo themselves, and first and foremost, I got to say they were great with their support feedback and everything. They were just as puzzled as I was regarding why the audio wasn't coming through the phone when connected to the app. They couldn't figure it out. They're thinking kind of like I am, that it's probably an iOS versus Android issue. Come on, yeah, there we go. On a budget for someone who has, you know, if you don't have a high-powered gaming computer, this does an okay job. The biggest issue is how you can go ahead and get your audio, both your audio and your game audio, into the system. If you have a capture card that has an input for like a headset or something like that, I think that would probably get you there. Oh, got nailed with the manhole cover there. But for someone who's looking for an inexpensive way to go ahead and capture footage, I think this does a good job. And if you want to stream, it'll do an okay job. I will have a link to our Donkey Kong Bonanza stream where I used this setup to go ahead and stream utilizing this software, utilizing my iPad a few weeks ago, and it could have been worse, but it could have been better too. So is this a perfect solution? No, it definitely has some growing pains to it, but it is free. And you can record and you can stream on it. And even if you don't want to do anything but record, the Genki Studio can go ahead and do that for you as well. And that's a free download too. It doesn't have a streaming option that I figured out. It might. I haven't checked into it. Anyways, quick, easy way for you to go ahead and use your iPad, use your Android phone to go ahead and capture and stream footage from your video game system so you can go ahead and upload it to YouTube. Now, I've actually done a stream of this featuring Donkey Kong Bonanza from a recent work trip. I'll have it linked for you here on screen. We streamed for over an hour. I'm sure that you're gonna go ahead and like this.